The West Philippine Sea, calm and serene on the surface, is now the stage for a global drama that is quietly unfolding. Its gentle waves and golden sunrise mask the tension simmering just beneath, where the world's attention is slowly converging. Headlines speak of routine patrols and diplomatic statements, but beneath the surface, the stakes have never been higher. Every headline, every news flash, hints at a deeper struggle for control and influence. The U.S. Navy's formidable presence signals a renewed commitment. These ships are not just passing through, they're drawing a line in the water. Their arrival is a clear message to allies and rivals alike that the status quo is being challenged. The world watches as these steel giants glide through contested seas. Each maneuver a message, each formation a statement of intent. The choreography of warships is as much about deterrence as it is about readiness. For years, this region has been a nexus of tension. But today, the focus is sharper than ever. The disputes over these waters have become a test of resolve for nations near and far. American warships, including carriers and destroyers, are more than a show of force. They're a direct response to a complex geopolitical puzzle centered on a massive, untapped gas field. The resources beneath these waves could shape the future of energy in the region. Local fishermen, once alone on the waves, now share the horizon with the world's most advanced naval hardware. Their daily routines are shadowed by the presence of warships, a reminder that their livelihoods are caught in the crossfire of global interests. The tension isn't in open conflict, but in the proximity, the careful maneuvering, and the knowledge that one misstep could shatter the peace. Every close encounter is a test of discipline and restraint, a silent standoff with global consequences. This surge in naval traffic is the visible sign of a deeper story, one about energy, sovereignty, and the future of international law. The sea lanes here are arteries of global trade, and their security is vital to economies around the world. The West Philippine Sea is no longer just a backdrop for disputes. It's the front line of a new era of great power competition. The balance of power is shifting, and every move is watched with anticipation. These ships are not just patrolling, they're shielding a potential future. Their presence is a promise to protect interests and a warning to those who might challenge them. Their presence sends a message from Manila to Beijing and Washington. The rules are being reinforced, and the world is watching to see who will blink first. The calm before a potential storm is written in the wake of these powerful fleets. The silence is heavy, filled with the weight of decisions yet to be made. The world holds its breath, waiting to see what comes next. In this quiet sea, the ticking clock of history grows louder with every passing day. Beneath these contested waters lies a prize worth up to $26 trillion, an unimaginable sum that could reshape the destiny of an entire nation. Hidden below the surface is one of the world's largest untapped natural gas reserves, a vast energy source waiting to be harnessed. For the Philippines, this isn't just a resource, it's a lifeline out of energy poverty and a foundation for economic transformation. Reliable energy could power homes, businesses, and industries, fueling progress for generations. With the Malampaya gas field nearly depleted, a looming energy crisis threatens millions, putting jobs, livelihoods, and the nation's future at risk. Developing these new reserves is an urgent national security imperative, promising not only stable energy, but also the potential for sustained economic growth and resilience. The gas field could turn the Philippines from an energy importer to a potential exporter, attracting foreign investment, strengthening the economy, and creating thousands of new jobs for Filipinos. Revenues from this resource could fund vital infrastructure, improve education, and expand healthcare, lifting millions out of poverty and building a brighter future for all. But this immense wealth remains locked away, trapped by fierce international disputes and the intimidating presence of powerful neighbors who lay competing claims. The gas field sits at the intersection of geology and geopolitics, a treasure chest guarded by a dragon, where every move is watched and contested. In the 21st century, the greatest barriers to unlocking this future are not technological, but political, requiring courage, diplomacy, and unity to overcome. The technology to unlock this fortune exists, but geopolitics keeps it out of reach. China's sweeping nine-dash-line claim overlaps the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, creating a climate of risk and uncertainty. Beijing's Coast Guard and maritime militia harass vessels, deterring investment and freezing development. An international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, but China rejected the decision, continuing its assertive actions. Energy companies need legal certainty, but the threat of interference keeps them sidelined. The gas remains untapped, not because it's hard to reach, but because the political risks are too high. Here, energy politics trumps both technology and law, leaving a nation's future in limbo. Into this deadlock sails the United States Navy, its presence a game-changer. The arrival of these powerful vessels is not just a show of force, but a clear signal that the status quo is about to shift. Carrier strike groups and destroyers now regularly patrol the Philippine exclusive economic zone, signaling unwavering support for a treaty ally and demonstrating a commitment to regional stability. This is not just symbolism, it's a practical application of sea power, designed to deter aggression and stabilize the region. The U.S. Navy's advanced technology and readiness send a message that provocations will not go unanswered. Joint patrols with the Philippine Navy build capacity and send a unified message. Freedom of navigation will be upheld and international law respected. These exercises foster trust and interoperability between the two navies. The U.S. Navy's presence raises the stakes for any would-be aggressor, making conflict a far riskier proposition. Every maneuver is closely watched. Every escalation met with a measured response. For Manila, this is critical diplomatic and security cover, allowing it to pursue its sovereign rights with greater confidence and less fear of retaliation. The American shield doesn't solve the dispute, but it creates space for diplomacy and commerce to flourish. Trade routes remain open, and negotiations can proceed without the shadow of imminent conflict. It lets the Philippines negotiate from a position of strength, no longer standing alone but backed by a powerful partner. This newfound leverage changes the dynamics at the bargaining table. The arrival of the Eagle isn't about starting a war, it's about preventing one. The goal is to keep the peace, not to escalate tensions. Stability and security are prerequisites for unlocking the gas field's potential. Without them, investment and development remain out of reach. The U.S. Navy's visible hand is reshaping the risk calculus in the West Philippine Sea, making it clear that aggression will come at a cost. Now the question is not if, but when the Philippines can finally tap its hidden wealth. The promise of prosperity is closer than ever before. The stakes are high, but so is the resolve. The world is watching, and the outcome here will echo far beyond these waters. The South China Sea is a critical maritime artery. 1/3 of global shipping passes through these waters. Disruption here would send shockwaves through the world economy. Overlapping claims aren't just about resources, they're about control of vital sea lanes. China's nine-dash-line is seen as a direct challenge to freedom of navigation, a principle the U.S. Navy defends with regular patrols. The Philippines sits at the epicenter, its legal victory in 2016 a landmark for international law. Yet China's militarization of artificial islands and persistent presence have created a tense standoff. The region is a web of legal claims and power politics, with China's actions the main source of tension. The drama over the Philippine gas field is now a global test of power and principle. For energy giants, investing billions offshore hinges on risk. Until now, geopolitical uncertainty made the Philippine gas field unbankable. The U.S. Navy's sustained presence changes that, acting as a powerful de-risking agent. Naval patrols don't erase risk, but they make it manageable, deterring overt coercion. Energy firms are re-engaging, shifting from if to when. Survey ships and supply vessels now operate with new confidence. The shield of warships creates a safe corridor for commerce, enabling the project to move forward. This is economic statecraft in action, military power unlocking economic potential. For the Philippines, developing the gas fields is about survival. With Malampaya nearly depleted, the nation faces an energy cliff. New reserves offer a seamless transition, ensuring stable power and shielding the economy from global price swings. Cheaper, reliable energy could spark an economic boom, attracting investment and creating jobs. Government revenues could transform public services and infrastructure. This is also a powerful assertion of sovereignty, finally exploiting resources within its own waters. Under the U.S. alliance, the Philippines can defend its rights and chart its own path. Energy independence means resilience, confidence, and a stronger role in the region. China's response is a mix of protest and pragmatism. Diplomatically, Beijing condemns U.S. actions and warns Manila against relying on outsiders. On the water, China's vessels maintain a heavy presence but avoid direct confrontation with U.S. warships. Beijing continues its gray zone tactics, shadowing, pressuring, but stopping short of open conflict. Joint development offers may be floated, but Manila remains wary of conceding claims. Economic pressure is another tool, signaling displeasure without escalation. The U.S. naval shield has forced China to recalculate, tempering its most blatant acts of obstruction. For now, China is cautious, assertive, but not reckless. This is more than a resource dispute. It's a test of global order. At stake are two visions, one of law and equal rights, the other of power and unilateral claims. The outcome will echo far beyond the Philippines, setting precedents for maritime disputes worldwide. The world's navies, from Japan to France, patrol these waters in support of a rules-based order. Environmental risks add complexity. Development must protect fragile ecosystems. The fate of this gas field is a barometer for peace, alliances, and the authority of international law. For the Philippines, it's a moment of resolve and opportunity. The calm sea hides a struggle that will shape the future.